how's it going, everybody? Good, awesome. A little bit about me. I'm a pansexual, I guess. Thank you. That just translates to, do you think I'm pretty? That's what that... So they're riding in the car with my friend the other day, and she asked me if I was a feminist, and I was like, of course I am. Wait, what is that? What does it mean exactly? She's like, well, do you support other women? And I was like, I don't know, are they better looking than I am? So I was at a party recently. There was a guy there, right, who was mansplaining women's bodies, as they do, because that's how we learn how they work. And it's mansplaining women's bodies. He was saying he read this study that said that squirt, like female ejaculate, not the soda pop, possibly the soda pop, is mostly urine, and the women at the party were not amused at all. And of course they weren't, right? Like, why would they be? It's like giving away a magician's trick, right? We all know the best way to get out of sex you're not enjoying is just to pee a little, and then they think they did a good job. It works well for everybody. It's a win-win. It's a joke, guys. Calm down. We're just telling jokes up here. I've never peed on anybody on purpose that I know of. That I'm not sure, right? Because that study came out, and then somehow I magically stopped squirting. So I might have been. This is just a confession. I'm sorry. I think I peed on you. I'm sorry. You liked it. You didn't know. I liked it. I didn't know. Maybe peeing on each other's fun as long as nobody knows, you know? Like maybe that study just opened a window for us. Whatever. She peed on you and you liked it. That's what that study means. So I don't know why women are the ones to feel embarrassed when that came out. You're the one that got peed on. And then you bragged about it later. So from my observations, men with foreskin get a lot of flack, right? A lot of jokes made at their expense. Don't get it. Don't understand. From my experience, the uncircumcised just have penises that come with extra penis. So that's great. That's a good thing. I don't get it. Like if a waiter brought you fries, let's say, and said, I'm sorry, there's also curly fries, you wouldn't be like, well, I'm not going to put this in my mouth now. You wouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't. You'd put all of it in your mouth and the aioli, because you're compensating. They're nice. They're nice. They're a little squishy, but they're pleasant. I like them. I like them a lot. There's some safety there, you know? It's like bowling with those bumper lanes. It's padded for her pleasure. It's a hard dick and a snuggie, firm yet adorable. I don't understand the problem with it. Don't get it. People say they're funny looking. That makes no sense to me at all. Thing about penises is they're not pretty to begin with, right? The whole point of the exchange is to put the thing somewhere you can't see it. That's the whole goal of what you're doing there. Yeah. So I work at a comedy club. I wait tables at a comedy club, and we had this very professional comedian on last week who did a whole 5 minutes about how dumb women are. Yeah, like about how we talk too much. And then about how we don't tell men what we're thinking. And I'm like, pick one, right? You gotta choose. I will sign away my personal freedom, right? Autonomy is hard. Just tell me, give me clear directions. I'm a woman, I'm not great at them. It was okay, it worked out okay, because then he told this really charming story about how his girlfriend woke him up in the middle of the night just to tell him that she loved him, and then went back to sleep, right? Like that dumb cunt, that was the point of the story. That was his conclusion. He didn't say the C word, it was implied. I heard it. They were so loud, hard C, I don't know what that means. But it was good advice, because now I know when I wake up a man in the middle of the night, I'm gonna give him the full version. We all know the full version, right? I'm gonna say, honey, honey, wake up. Just so you know, I've joined an army and we're taking over the world by hanging men in the streets for their transgressions against women. Also, I love you, and you will not be spared. I would have told you sooner, I just didn't want to come off as chatty, so, you know, I did it. Thanks. this is going pretty good, feeling pretty good about it. I went to the doctor recently, had to get some mental health treatment. I was sad because my dad died, so I went to the doctor, and the doctor helped me out. Doctor prescribed me 5 new antidepressants, 5 of them. Yeah, take at the same time, 5 of them. Yeah, can't stop smiling. Also not entirely sure what's going on moment to moment, so I think they're working right. That's how they work. Still sad now, my face just hurts too, so it's going great. My doctor called and was like, how's it working? And I was like, well, out of the 5 you gave me, only 1 has any street market value, so it could be working better. Could be. When I said I had anxiety, I meant the financial kind. That's why I winked. I wasn't just being creepy. I thought we were on the same page. I thought I was going to get something out of it. One of them, I did get something out. One of them does have street market value. My doctor prescribed me Adderall. You guys all know what that is, right? We're all hip. Yeah? Smart drugs, some people call them. If you're a student, they're called study drugs. If you use an Oregon Health Plan to buy them, they're called speed, according to the lady at Walmart. So, good to know. Yeah. You know, I didn't know if I wanted to sell them, though, right? Like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a criminal. But then I realized I'm using my government health insurance to sell Adderall so that I can pay off my government student loans. So I'm not a crook, guys. So it's just a really inefficient way of allocating government funds. That's all. So I didn't ask to be the middleman. Yeah. I took it once. I had to quit taking it. I tried it out, and I learned that alcohol and Adderall, yeah, no, you're shaking your head. Those don't mix. Popped a couple amphetamines, I guess. That's what they are. Whatever. Popped a couple amphetamines, had a couple boxes of wine, and that was the night that I learned that if I take amphetamines and drink alcohol, I am still dumb enough to drunk text my ex at 2 a.m. I'm just also focused enough to use a semicolon correctly. That sucks. That is such a bummer, right? Because you use a semicolon correctly in a text like that, all plausible deniability that you were impaired when you sent it just goes right out the window. Like, hey, listen, I'm sorry, I was really hammered. Yeah, for sure. Are these 5 perfectly constructed paragraphs all contained within half-inch margins? Well, I text in MLA format now, apparently. What I was trying to say, though, is I'm sure you're super happy with your new 19-year-old girlfriend going out for ice cream or whatever the fuck it is you do when you're dating a child. I just thought maybe you and I could have another shot. Yeah, you mentioned that in the footnotes. There's footnotes. I didn't even know you could do footnotes over Facebook Messenger. Also, if your only way to ask your ex for another shot's over Facebook Messenger, the answer is no. Yeah. Semicolon, still no. He's good at punctuation too. Surprise. Okay, so we're gonna end on one more. This one's just gonna get really dark, and you guys are gonna be okay with it. We'll see. So I did have to go get mental health treatment. I was really sad because my dad died, and I knew I needed to get help because I found myself Googling how to buy a gun at Walmart. Thank you. I wanted a way out. Also, I was raised by liberals, so thought it might be useful, right? Something I didn't know how it worked. So I Googled how to buy a gun at Walmart, and this is true. Google directed me to a forum that proceeded to shame me for trying to buy a gun at Walmart when I could be buying a gun at Buy-Mart, which is employee-owned. I feel like Buy-Mart needs a new slogan. For your final purchase, make it local. That should be... I'm done, guys. Thank you so much.